be yourself and make sure that you love being yourself. And it's going to be roadblocks, it's going to be tribulations, but always remember this is a life experience. Accept the experience, appreciate the experience, and learn how to move on from things that don't serve you well, you know, and find your journey, respect your journey, and love it.
What's good, people? What up, world? It's your boy Double O, and I am back with another one. And I'm working on something. I'm trying to figure it out now. Hold on, give me a minute. Things that don't serve you well. And like always, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do. If you're new, you know, support the channel, support the movement. Go and hit the like button for your boy. Okay, I'm gonna give you time to do that. Okay, cool. Audio right. Audio on point for the most part. I want to mess around with the EPs, but whatever. Also, if you don't mind, if you're new, you can support it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe if you're new. I'm going to give you time to do that as well. And let me see here. Oh, there. No, not this one. Oh, comments. There it go. Okay. What's good? What's good? Park, what's good, gang? What's going on? Morning, bro. Man, just having a little slight conversation right now. I was playing Arc Raiders, trying to get into this little new season, but I should have put Marathon in the tag as well. I messed up. I should have put Marathon in there. But what's good, bro? Just sitting here, just passing a little time, figuring out stuff. This AI stuff that I'm doing, I'm giving y'all a little time again. Subscribe and like, support the movement. But the little AI stuff that I want to do, because again, this character that you see here, I call him CJ. That's my little character, whatever the case may be. I want to do a gorilla style art style with him, right? But I'm trying to use Blender to make him into a 2D/3D animation that I'm able to control it with mocap, so that, long story short, I know I'm saying a lot, but I want to be able to actually talk. You know how Peanut talks, but he removes his eyes and his mouth, so you ain't got to worry about the character. I wanted to actually talk, lip sync with what I'm saying live, though. Not it's kind of like the what do they call them? What was the Apple version of this? I think they was called them avatars. I think they call them avatars. I can't remember the name, but I used to do it. It was like the little big head version of the character. Then I just flipped the camera and put it on there. I'm trying to make that version of him, so I can a whole bunch of jargon, but needless to say, I'm working on it. So right now, I've just got to do with the auto talking one until I can get it fixed up or whatever the case may be. But I just wanted to come through and talk a little quick. We possibly gonna be doing the show later on. I don't know who, but I'm gonna start cutting up those clips and putting up shorts soon. State of Gaming, we back up and running. Post me, Noah, we rolling right now. We 2 in. We just gonna keep rolling as much as we can. Hopefully today gonna be the same thing. Like I told Post, you know, we can do an hour and get in and out best as possible, so we can keep the ball rolling. Put it like this: if I see the consistency, then I will go back and I invest in the podcast and getting everything back up and running with the marketing and stuff like that. Merch is always open. You can definitely check out the website for the merch. I put some new stuff up there. I've been playing with AI with that also. Hold on, let me show you what I've been playing with, because it was kind of funny to me when I was doing it. But I was trying to do a promotion with one of these, like here. Let me see. That's the Dragon Ball Z one. I did the Arc Raiders. Where's the Goop? From the Burnt Peanut slogan. Let me see. What else? Here. I got that one. And I did a playoff of Mario Nintendo with We Are in Gaming We Trust. I got Kratos and Marcus Phoenix. Man, when I say been working back here, I got a Luffy joint with that one. And the one that made me keep going? Where is it? Here you go. My favorite one of them. Yeah, so I did the Ninja Turtles gang. This was too funny. It's a Ninja Turtle slogan with the state of gaming. Man, he said, we got a date finally for Wolverine. Fact, yeah, man. I'm finna talk about it. I'm finna talk about it right now. That date showed me a lot. It showed me a lot. And I was, we finna get into it right now. Let me get this off the screen. But yeah, I've been working, man. Put it like this. Anytime y'all don't hear from me, or if you do hear me, or if I'm quiet, trust and believe I got stuff going on, man. So I've been working. Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. But yeah, I've been working over here. So going back to what Parker just said. So this ain't a state of gaming light. This is just me really talking, because I do want to talk about the AI. Some a video clip that I seen earlier that's very important to me. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know about the AI and how I be thinking about this stuff, yeah. Oh, hold on, let me show it to you. That's it right there. Hold on. That's it right there. That's the Ninja Turtle joint. And then the back, it got like a shell. Man, bro, yeah. I was in here killing it, bro. But anywho, moving right along. So, just like when Parker just said, man, we finally got a release date for. Hey, why ain't it showing up? We finally got, because it's locked. We finally got a release date for Wolverine, and I was just scrolling down social media and I seen it, and I was like, oh, okay. So this is coming from Marvel Games. You know, you see that, Marvel Games. And it literally says that the Marvel Wolverine is coming out for the PS5 console September 15th. It did not say PC. It said PS5. It said developed by Insomniac Games in collections with Marvel Games and Sony Interactive Entertainment, comes an all-new take on an iconic character on Marvel. So check out the audio. Hopefully ain't nothing copyrighted.
Watching gay porn.
Whoa, okay. But yeah, Wolverine is coming out September, and it still fall under that fall category. So it's like, all right, cool. But this right here confirms exactly what everybody was thinking. Like I said before, if you was in the financial reports and if you was paying attention or whatever the case may be in those financial reports, they finally came out and said it. Yo, May is about to be crazy. Watch out for May. Because May is most likely, April or May, is most likely going to be the actual announcement of GTA 6 hitting the streets again. And then, yeah, we are officially getting the game. It ain't no holding back. It's dropping this year on time. The whole rollout is starting in May, so we're gonna get GTA 6 and in November. This showed me exactly what it was. They getting out of the way. They know what it is. Hey, we got a single player game. Yes, we have a well-known character that everybody know and loves, and but at the end of the day, it's a single player experience. It's not a multiplayer experience, and we ain't put $1 billion+ into a franchise like Grand Theft Auto that Take-Two has done. So November is about to go crazy. He said, I need to learn how to do this without showing web browsers. I can help you out with that, bro. Just let me know. I'll let you know exactly. I'm using Ecamm Live right now because I'm at home, but it's a paid service. But it's really good. Like, if you have an Apple device, Apple friendly, I'm actually operating the screen that you're seeing right now from my cell phone. So that's why it feels so like smooth and timeless or whatever. Yeah, it's because of that. And then you got the audio. Man, it's a lot of stuff you can do on it. But yeah, I can help you out with that. He said, okay, cool, yeah, bet. But it just confirmed, like I said, we getting GTA 6 to this year. The financial report showed it. It's going down. It is what it is, and I'm all for it. Wolverine is gonna be a title worth playing. I'm most likely gonna check it out. I'm not checking it out on day one, but I'm gonna check it out when it hit $30 because it's a single player experience, and I stand on what I stand on. Nothing against Wolverine, but just in general, I don't think single player games are worth full price, depending on what games and titles it is. Now, if you can get it on the deal, get it on the deal. Cool, but me dropping, nah. Hold on. Sorry, I got an important call coming through, so that's why I'm trying to be quick with the video right now. And then also, so we're going to scroll off of that. This is on my social media, so I saw something else. Where's my... Hold on, let me take that off the screen real quick. Maybe don't make sure, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got to look for it. Microsoft partner. Oh, wow. See, this is another thing. That's what I like about doing this live too. Oh, not that. Right here. I knew something was up. I didn't know it was gonna be this big though. Microsoft just partnered with Starlink. And if you know what Starlink is, you know. Bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Y'all gotta look through the signs, gang. You got to. They're teaming up with Starlink. And if you don't know what's going on with Starlink, go check out ISO Speed Stream, where he literally just went across the globe. He went across America. He went through I said America. He went to Africa. He did what else did he do? Long story short, he did to multiple countries. And what he was using, remind you, this is through the plane process, him going through multiple countries, seamless streams. We talking about 4K footage, 1080p footage, whatever you want. He done went to China, Japan. He done did everything. And come to find out, his streaming data, the internet that he was using was Starlink for the whole entire thing. I'm talking about plane, car drives, everything. The drone shots that he was doing, everything was covered by Starlink. Situation happened in I'm not going politics with it, but situation happened in Iran. If you know what happened, but for whatever reason they had a certain amount of days without internet. I'm just gonna say that much. It is what it is. They had a certain amount of days without internet. Elon Musk supplied them with internet out there with no issue. Just here, clicked it on, you good to go. If you have a certain iPhone, I think the iPhone 16 or 15, the moment they switched from the SIM cards and they went to the satellite, you have an option on your phone to actually click and put up Starlink and use it as the towers for phone calls and text messages. Bruh, Starlink is wilding right now, and now you finna add Microsoft Azure servers, data centers with Starlink. Bruh, is that HAT phone service tech? You said what? Is that who? Is that set phone service? No. It's Starlink is well, yeah, technically they don't have a phone. That's the thing. It's just complete internet service. That's it. At first they rolled out with just the satellite. That's the one that I bought. When it first rolled out, it was like $100. I was in the beta program for it. And if you was like in a rural area, like it was good for campers, it was good for people that were out in the woods and stuff like that, or in like rural areas. And then all you had to do was pop up the little satellite like a dish, direct TV. It was a little small satellite. You hook the cord up to the monitor up to the cord, and boom, you had internet. And it was good. it was fire. You only paid like 30 something bucks. I didn't have I really didn't play video games on it per se around that time. It was more so for work purposes, but I didn't have no problem with it. He said the cloud gaming might be cloud gaming is Pastor. I said Pastor Parker. Cloud gaming is the future, and it, like I told Rick before, and you guys, it's a double-edged sword with it, because one, these people, the developers, the company, the actual owners, the higher ups, they want ownership. They want to remove as much control from the consumer as possible. That is the reason why the price of the in my opinion, this is the reason why the GPUs and all those prices for those parts and stuff, they finna cost y'all out, because the replacement or the alternative is going to be cloud gaming, cloud services, where you get access and control via the cloud. That's why PlayStation has some type of patent going on for the PS6, possibly, that some of your rendering of the world of your video game is coming from the cloud. Microsoft already has the Azure data centers. Star already doing processing through the clouds, and that's one of the reasons why they're trying to embed AI into the games, because of machine learning, or what is that? What procedural learning or mapping of a video game. Metaverse. That metaverse is a word that has been put out there in its infant stage, and then it went away. Nobody talks about it anymore. Last time we heard about the metaverse was Mark Zuckerberg losing out on so much money, and he let go a team with the metaverse. Metaverse is here. Metaverse is coming full pause. It is coming faster than you think. And I was looking at a event with Walmart, and Walmart just rolled out a program where they want to make a metaverse style like store, where you can order items from the store in this virtual world, and it comes to your house physically. I remember talking to Rose about this, because this is something that I wanted to implement in games. Right now, I'm learning it because I'm waiting to get approved for the program in Walmart. I'm learning the process so that I can implement what I'm trying to do with my clothing brand, because tech and fashion is about to blow up, in my opinion. This is not financial advice. What I'm telling you, this is just me analyzing what I'm seeing and trying to pivot and adapt with what's going on. And long story short, clothing, if you look at everything right now, plagiarism is running rapid, and it's running rapid for a reason. They allow this thing to happen so that they can put out preventative measures in the future to stop it from happening in the future. So if I allow y'all to run amok and take a couple $1,000s here, I allow y'all to go to CD Keys and try to buy brand new games on discounted prices, or if I allow you to take a picture of my design and go to a certain website, mimic and mock it up, and then you sell it for a profit. When I start closing down and bunkering down on the plagiarism, then I will have I'll plug all of the holes security measure wise for the future. It's the same thing that's happening with Disney in the seed dance situation with AI. When people go out, they take the Pokemon characters, or they take somebody's likeness and they do a cinematic experience like they did with the Tom Cruise situation and all that stuff. They allow it to happen so the world can see and get primed and understand what's going on. And you're looking at it and you're like, oh, wow, this is dope. Oh, the movie business is going to be out of business soon, and da-da-da-da, all that stuff. And then it's like, all of a sudden they're going to hit you with the plagiarism. They're already talking about Disney is about to start doing multiple strikes on people using seed dance, because again, and this goes back to the Discord situation, when you create something that's massively accepted by the world and you don't put any security measures behind it, you're at fault when it's abused. Anytime something of that nature or something of that ilk is abused in the community, and you can be held reliable because you allowed that tool to roam around freely without no consequences or penalty towards what they're doing. And that's what I'm trying to tell people is like, you got to look at hindsight about things like this, because again, it's free for all now, but in the future, you only sat there and allowed the security measures to be formed for it so they can lock you up for it. Like right now, I'm trying to find it now. Hold on, let me see. I was looking for the Discord situation because I just found out that Discord actually is rolling back its they're rolling back their ID verification for Discord. They say they rolling back. They waiting for like a year or something like that later on in the year because of the amount of backlash that they received. Here you go. Wrong one. This right here. So yeah, it says Discord has decided to push back the global age verification after massive backlash around the world. Discord addresses the concern and decided to push it back to the second half of 2026, which means they having given up on implementing it globally to get your information. You know, they said to get your information, but he said that's pretty much what they released right now. Getting global age registration sure right. We got it wrong, and what we changed. So pretty much what they're doing is it's coming out. It's going to happen. Again, due to the backlash, I got to pull back. And that's the thing about running a business, because you got to worry about your competitors also. So what was going on was Discord came out with this announcement for age verification. People had a disdain for it, and then you had alternatives that come around like, oh, well, we got an alternative for you. I believe Steam had one, and people was talking about moving over to Steam and everybody else. But that's the belly of the beast, because it's like, oh, guess what? And I gave this example in Discord when I was talking to the guys. If they wouldn't have said anything or did any type of form of update or did any alternative measures for security, and then you find out that something globally happened where someone got harmed, hurt, and something like that of that nature, and they used Discord as a form of communication, and there was no way of tracking it or finding out who these individuals were that did it, Discord can be held reliable. Discord can catch backlash for not standing up and doing something to protect their customers. You know, even with the predator situation and how they use these type of applications to prey on younger kids. A parent can sue them. They can sue them like a mother. Like, oh, why didn't you have these? If Walmart have these security measures to make sure that someone don't overly buy stuff from Walmart, or if I put it in the same sense, if Facebook have all these security measures with age restriction and putting up age and pictures and things of that nature, but all of a sudden Discord is just a wild, wild west, and you're allowing billion people to use your product with no security measures, and it happened multiple times, they can be held liable. You know what I'm saying? And who want to get sued out of a company because I didn't try to attempt to put some type of security measures in? So that's the reason why I'm not giving them any backlash on the age verification thing, it reminds me of a drug test. It ain't for everyone. It's just for certain people. You know, they probably pick a group of people, or if you look like you're young, then they might ask you for a verification. But that's about it. I'm not knocking them for trying to put in security measures when humans abuse the software. We use it for what it's not intended for. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's just me because I do business too. So and I'm a consumer, so I can see both sides. And I don't have like a real biasness towards the company or whatever what they're doing right now. I can actually understand it. So it is what it is. But yeah. Well, let me see if I can find this. I put it in my bookmarks. Let me see. No. This is crazy, but I'll play that in a little bit. I gotta stay focused on what I'm trying to look for here. It was something about the cameras that they're using. Like they're using. Oh man, hold on. No, not that yours. Let me see. What is this? The Clothes by Sony. No, I'm not finna. Hold on. Is that McDonald? What is McDonald doing?
Xenomix. Okay.
Oh, nah, that's something else. Never mind. Don't mind my bookmarks, man. I got a lot of weird bookmarks, man. Don't worry about it. I'll be looking at all type of stuff, man. And I be trying to remember to do videos for them. Or when I have like little arguments with people that don't know what they're talking about, I just pull up the video and go from there. Dang, it's not in there. No, dang, I guess I didn't save it. That sucks. Oh man, I can't talk about it. Hold on, let me see if I can find this, man. What else did I say I was gonna talk about in here? I think I talked about everything. Oh, look at this, man. Let me talk about that too while I'm here. So everybody that was running around giving they think pieces on this lady at Microsoft, and you know they was talking about her speech sound all AI-ish, and her gamer score, it don't look like that's her. They had somebody in the office play for her, and she's acting like a gamer when she isn't. All this other stuff that they was talking, all this jazz, and I was just like, I don't know about it. Something just seemed weird or seemed off. I think it's probably a family members and kids or something like that. I alluded to that, and lo and behold, that was literally the case. So this is her account that she responded on X. Again, she, in my opinion, she's coming off like a person that's an analytics person. She goes off of the analytics and the response of people, and then she just, you know, spit out what the people may want. The reason I said that is because she used the AI slop trigger word, and that's something that's been on X that was breeding and created from X. So she's in the loop of the terminology and know-how, but that's mainly because she's heavy analytics. And long story short, Microsoft and them, they look at the environment that's going on. They hear what the people are saying. This is one of the reasons why I say podcasting and people that's on social media with heavy followings and things like that, they're very important, because you got to be careful about what you're saying. And if you can't articulate or give a positive opinion about something, you can cause more harm than good. Look at what's going on with 2K. But neither here nor there. Well, it says right here, I agree. Faking would be terrible idea and wouldn't work. I also didn't expect my gamer tag to blow up, and the reality is more boring. I created it recently to learn and understand this world. Once again, showing you that she doesn't really play video games. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to adjust and conform, whatever the case may be. She said, I played with my family, and it's a shared home account across devices, which you can see in the range of games / achievements. Fix that this weekend, and everyone is only playing on their own gamer tags. Excuse me. But I get where this is coming from. I don't pretend to be the best gamer, and even though I'm playing, that's still not my goal. My focus is to make Xbox the best place to play, return to our roots, ship great things, and become stronger for the future. And yes, I'm writing my own post. That's the last part, if you didn't see. And that's crazy because, one, you even had to come out and even say this, which is insane within itself. Two, people, and that was my response to it. Hold on, because here go my response. I ain't even got to say, this was my response to it. And I said, I figured it was possible, or it was probably her family or something playing that account. Because they was talking about it was people, they was trying to do damage control. They was in the office and created an account and and had people play the games, make it seem like she was playing. Bro, this is insane. These overly think pieces need to stop. AI wrote her speech. I guess women can't articulate themselves without AI. No defense for her, just funny to me. What y'all would say to make a point. And this is what I was saying with the panic. The moment she was announced, it seemed like everybody rushed her account. They studying her social media aspects and checking her resume and looking at her LinkedIn, and they need to find a blood type. And it's like, bro, she just got the job. Hear her out. Like, we gotta hear her out. Period. Is it weird that Satya Nadella is heavily in AI, and then he goes in and replace who's supposed to be in the position, which is Sarah Bond, with someone that's has an AI resume? Yeah, seems kind of weird. Cool. Questionable. Absolutely. But all of the, what's a gamer score? What's this? What's her favorite game? Do she even play? Like, all of that is just utterly weird because y'all don't do that on the other side of the pond. I didn't see when Nintendo announced that they had a female president. I didn't see anybody running to see her gamer score to see if she played any games and did X, Y, Z. And, you know, they did it with Sarah Bond, but, you know, it was more to her than the attack that they was doing towards Sarah Bonds. You know, oh, she's this and why is she put in this position? She just does marketing, and oh, she said she played games with her father, but that's about it. And nothing's never good enough for you people. And this is why I say right now we gotta play on, see what she doing. In my opinion, do she kind of bend and fold with whatever's going on with social media? Right now, yes, it seemed like that to me. Do I have any concrete evidence of that? A little bit, because one, her response right now. Two, when they was asking her about the exclusives for games, exclusive for Xbox, and she's just like, yes, you know what I'm saying, it's coming and all this type of stuff. It seemed like she was being counterative or defensive with what was going on with social media with the response. Now, does that mean that's going to cloud her judgment? I don't know. Remains to be seen. I don't agree with her. I do not think that she's telling the truth when she said there are not going to be any more layoffs. I doubt that one. But we in a wait and see. You know what I'm saying? We got to wait and see what happened. like I said before, I don't care what goes on or how it goes on. Two things better not be affected, or I'm gonna have an issue with, point blank and period. And that is that console not being released in next year, because I'm banking on it being announced this year and then releasing next year. I hopefully will hear something about that soon. And Game Pass. Day one games supposed to be in Game Pass, point blank and period. You conditioned your consumer with this model since day zero. If it is a Xbox Microsoft Studio made game from the Microsoft developers, them 40 goddamn developers, it better be in Game Pass day zero. Anything else, deal wise, like what y'all have with EA or the indie games and all that type of stuff, you can leave that where it is. If that's what y'all want to do, that's perfectly fine. But when it comes to the day one games of Game Pass, of Xbox, they better be there in Game Pass day zero, point blank and period. They was talking about I want to have Game Pass, but I was hearing some idiot said that mess. Hold on, let me find out, because it was so stupid. Like, it was Crap Gamer. Was it Crap Gamer? Yeah, Crap Gamer. And it was like what he want to see. What was it? It was something like what he want to see with. Yeah, here we go. This right here. This was stupid. I'm sorry. This rolled down my timeline. I was like, you gotta be tripping. And he says, how to save Xbox. He said, bring back Xbox exclusives. I agree with that. Like I told Post, it's a way that you're supposed to release them towards the other platform. Those should be time exclusives. Like the situation with Fable, what I was saying was this. Like, they need to, instead of giving them the brand new Fable, which is a time exclusive, instead of them, but they never gave a release. I don't think they gave a release date for it, but if it was day and date for PlayStation, I don't know. They shouldn't have done Fable going to PlayStation right now. What they should have done is go back to 1, 2, and 3 of Fable. You remaster those 3 games, and you slowly release them out over to PlayStation to catch them up to Fable, the new Fable. That's what I think they should have done. Just like they did with Halo. They didn't give them Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, Halo 5, Halo Infinite. They didn't give them all of those titles. They gave them Halo 1, and then they should go out again. Once that game done cooked up and did its numbers or whatever, you roll out again with Halo 2. You just slow walk the dog. You still make your bread, but you slow walk the dog over there with PlayStation or any other platform. You give them the old titles. Gears of War Reloaded was perfect. Then you can come out with Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3. We, the consumer over at Xbox, us, we in Game Pass playing God of War E-Day because we already caught up with the story. They playing catch up over there. And one or two things are going to happen. Either one, you're going to have those consumers that stay over there in that platform and they say, damn, this a fire game. I'm playing Gears of War Reloaded, or I'm playing Halo 1. Oh, this is fire. I'm having fun, blah, blah, blah. And then they get 2 and they like, dang, well, everybody over at Xbox, they already played these games. You may have those individuals that can't wait for you to keep rolling your games out on PS5, and they're going to jump onto the Xbox or the PC to play the rest of the titles. The point of the matter is you please both parties, regardless of what situation may occur at that point. You didn't tick off your loyal, your day one, your OG Game Pass owners and Xbox owners because they still feel entitled because they have their exclusive games, which is Gears of War E-Day, Halo, the new Halo, Fable, stuff like that. And then you please your outside consumer because guess what? The story and all that stuff was already written. You ain't have to do anything but just polish that game up, make it PlayStation compatible, and configure the controller for it, and there you go. Now you're making money on that end. So if it make 250, if it make 500,000 copies over there, cool. It's a good return. You bring that home. You bring that home to the squad. That's how you supposed to do that exclusive situation when it comes to Xbox exclusives. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no control over Call of Duty as of right now because of the contract they did to even get that closed out. You know, they had to conform to like the 5 to 10 year that they can have that over there at Call of Duty. Yo, what's good, King Reaper? What's popping, bro? Well, look, hope everything good, bro. So, yeah, so they should roll it out that way. Then he went on to say this. So I agree a little bit with what he's saying on that first one. Is just a structured way on how to do it. You give time exclusives for your older titles to PlayStation, Nintendo, and stuff like that. But your new exclusives, Xbox exclusives, should be in Game Pass day one, day zero. We should have that luxury while they starve over there playing the old titles, trying to play catch up on their platform of choice. Then, okay, it says drop this next Xbox is a PC stuff and do a console. I don't agree with that. Nah, no. He clearly, in my opinion, don't have a Steam Rogue Ally X. He don't have that Rogue Ally X. If you have that Rogue Ally X, you ain't talking about dropping that PC stuff, especially not having that Steam in the console. Nah. Even right now, if you on a Series X, excuse me, and you went and got the UWP and the Sunshine application on your PC or Mac, so you can play the God of Wars and you can play all of the PlayStation titles, the Spider-Mans right now on your Series X, you're not looking for that. No, we're not. No, we need that. The reason why we need that is because you get access to your Steam library on your console that you want. With the Rogue Ally, I think you're only playing at like 1080p. You playing at the low frame rate or whatever. But when the console come out, that's gonna be the whole 4K, whatever, 2K, whatever. 1440, 60 frames per second. I shouldn't see no less than 60 frames, 120 if we lucky. All that type of stuff on that console. So, no, I'm not agreeing with you with that mess. Drop multiplayer paywall. I do agree with that. I do. And actually, you need that console to be the PC to throw that catalyst, that incentive to take away the multiplayer paywall. So, I agree with that. I can see Microsoft going away with that. Advertise Xbox and get third-party deals / content. Oh, boy. No on the third-party deals and content. We don't need that shit right now. This is not the 360 era where Microsoft didn't own IPs. It was all about exclusive content and, oh, you can get this skin. You can see Ryu with the Xbox T-shirt. Like, no. That's stupid. That's irrelevant. Advertise Xbox. I've been saying that. That's what they need to improve on, and they improved on it on the wrong way. Let me get it clear. I want y'all to improve on advertising your games that's coming in the Game Pass. What's to look out for? Advertise in the sense of streamers, paying people to do marketing, that type of advertisement towards Xbox. Third-party content, no, nah. You own too many IPs. You got 40 goddamn game developers doing multiple goddamn IPs. You got well-renowned IPs on top of that. You don't need to do third-party content and deals. No, this is not PlayStation. We don't need that to keep the lights on. Drop day one Game Pass. You have lost your motherfucking mind. You have lost every molecule of a brain cell if you think that is what the consumers want. If that's the way to save Xbox, you lost your rabbit picking mind, brother. I don't understand why these people have this much disdain for Game Pass when only thing about Game Pass is it's an option. That's it. That's it. Game Pass is an option. It is a choice, freedom of choice. You can still buy the game. You can still go out and buy the game from the Microsoft store, digitally on your store front. You can still go to Walmart, Best Buy, and buy a game. You don't have to buy Game Pass. It is all optional. But it's supposed to be harmful. Are you crazy? Are you insane? You clearly cannot be a gamer if you think Game Pass is the problem. You got to be stuck on stupid, in my opinion. I'm just saying. He says, to how to save Game Pass, do Game Pass first party releases at 12 months. So you're going to time exclusive your VIP audience to have to wait 12 months to get a first party Xbox title. Bro, you cannot make this mess up. You can't. And I want to remind you, all around the board, we talking third party and first party. You know, even though they're under Microsoft umbrella, you know they get paid an incentive for putting their games in the Game Pass. Like just saying, yo, we're going to greenlight this for Game Pass, you're getting it back. They got certain tiers that they pay the individual. Or if you're an up-and-coming gamer and you got a video game that you want to get out there and it's an indie, and you be like, okay, put it in the Game Pass reward program, I'm getting X amount of money out the gate. So regardless of the amount of views, clicks, or downloads that my game may or may not get, out the gate, I'm making a profit. And I got the chance to make even more money if I got microtransactions in my game, if the people actually download it and play it and enjoy it. Like I always tell my story where I even promote and advertise and even back Game Pass. Bro, when Game Pass was announced, they put Little Nightmare inside that Joker. And I was just scrolling through. I paid for it. I think I did the free month. And I was just seeing what they had to offer. I downloaded Little Nightmares. I played that game. And I was blown away. I actually was playing Little Nightmares 2. The game was fire, bro. I'm talking about from top to bottom, from story, visuals, and gameplay. Chef kiss. Them people did their thing on that game. It was so much. That game was so good that I went and bought Little Nightmare 1 just so I can play it. And then I I found out they had even other games like a little mobile game and stuff that the story linked to. And I got fascinated with the story. I would have never bought Little Nightmares. I would have never even looked at that title whatsoever. Never ran across my radar to even pay attention to it until it was in until it was in Game Pass. I done played so many titles. Right now I'm playing this game called Reloaded. Fire game made by African developers. Fire game. Dope concept. I would have overlooked this game. I would have never played it. I would have never went out and said, oh, you know what? It's a new game in the Microsoft store. Oh, it's right here. Oh, it's only like $15-$20. I would have never done it. But it's in Game Pass. I can check it out. Love the game. As a content creator, as someone that sits back here and play content, nigga, Game Pass is a flood of way to make money. You can't never say that you don't have nothing to play, nothing to advertise, and nothing to show your fans on your YouTube or whatever you're streaming from. All you got to do is pay that monthly, pick whatever game you want, and be entertaining while you're playing that game. You got content and substance. Just off of Game Pass alone. You can make a bag off of Game Pass. And this... you want somebody to pay $360 a year for Game Pass, which is optional. You want a person to pay $360-something a year. You have over 40 game development studios that's making umpteen video games. You want your VIP consumer that not only bought your console, but also is paying for your subscription service. You want them to wait 12 months to get day one party games? Something really got to be wrong with your Abdullah Al-Bagala, brother. He said, and then lastly, jump on Sony's failures. And I'm gonna put it like this. I agree with that. And Microsoft has been doing that. They've been doing just that. Sony does not have a very strong live service presence over there at PlayStation right now. They're not. 2025 has been their worst year of releasing titles on their platform in a very long time. Very long time. They went a whole year of releasing bare bone nothing. Exclusive, Sony studio wise. These guys at Microsoft, good or bad at this point, went out and released 4 games that has opened up the floodgates over there with Sony. Pentiment, a 5-year-old game before it was released on Sony. Sea of Thieves was in its season. It was in season 14 or 15 before it released on Sony's platform. Did over a million something copies. I'm talking about these were bought. Everything I'm saying was bought. This ain't no, it was in PlayStation PSN store and they checked it out, a demo that was free. No, this is hard-earned cash, purchase these said products. I think Pentiment did over 150,000 copies, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I know it was in that 100,000 range. That's a reading slide scroller video game, I might add. Sea of Thieves, season 14 to 15, once it released, that was well over 5-year title again. Forza Horizon was 5 years old, went over and sold a buku of cash. I think that Joker did about 5 million or 4 million. I'm not solid on the numbers right now, but I think it did like 5 or 4 million copies and had millions of active users added onto what they had with Xbox. And what was the other one? Hi-Fi Rush, which was the lowest one. Hi-Fi Rush was a 2-year title. I think it was a year-old title. It was either 1 or 2 years for Hi-Fi Rush. And that was the one that did bad because they assumed that due to the release date, it was the most earliest game, it was probably going to sell the most, and it didn't. I think it was maybe under 100,000 or somewhere around there. It was the lowest one that sold. Again, they bought those games. 1. 2, the games has been out over 5 years. The games that I'm telling you have been out over 5 years outside of Hi-Fi Rush. And then Gears of War Reloaded went over there and did about 250,000 copies sold. And remind you, that's damn near a 15-year-old game. 15 that went over there and sold in the thousands. Y'all looking at it like, oh, that's all it sold was 1,000? That's all it sold was 100,000, 200,000? Bro, do 39.99 times 150,000, and then take away 30% because you had to pay for it. You gave your little side money to Sony for that, and then maybe production wise, because again the story was already done, the game was already completed in its entirety. All you had to do was probably add in haptic feedback and PlayStation button configurations. The story is already done. Nothing's changed with the story. None of that mess. The network code was probably changed so it allows you to play cross-play with PlayStation and Xbox gamers. That's probably, if you want to be generous towards somebody, you probably did $2 million on that. Your return on investment is far exceeds your expectation at that point. And again, these is 15-year-old titles that we're talking about. Bro, yeah, y'all, man, you're tripping. He said, Trey Bone, he said, I'm afraid that Azure will listen to their type of people. Yeah. Because that's why I say she's on social media, and you don't know, you can't comb out and figure who's a fanboy or who's a genuine like consumer of Xbox. Like, that's what I'm saying. She's playing a real rocky game right now. I get what she's trying to do because she's trying to be like, I'm listening to the community on like some type of Phil Spencer type of time, but I hopefully it doesn't backfire and she does too much with poor judgment. And the only reason I relate that or correlate that with somebody is Mike Wayne. I ended up tagging him in a situation because Mike Wayne with 2K, he was listening to the consumers, and we had a perfect game in NBA 2K26 when it first released. Then all of a sudden he started hearing the backlash from people that played the game, that didn't play the game, or they just wanted everything easy. And then now you got what you got right now, where they have Zens running around the game, everybody shooting automatic greens, regardless if it's contested or not. Hopefully I don't know, bro. It's because it's hard right now, bro. It's hard it's like, hopefully you don't listen to their judgment on there. And then, of course, is there things that need to be changed with Microsoft? Absolutely there is. No one's perfect when it comes to this. And if they do need to get their advertisement correct. They need to get their exclusive, how they're going to do these exclusives accordingly, on track or some way or some shape, form, or fashion. But you listening to these dumb consumers on social media ain't gonna be the case. That's no. He said, dude, Xbox never came back. Hold on. Dude, Xbox never came back. At least not the way it used to be. There is no going back. And his laughing is the cure. Yeah, Xbox, what you say? Xbox dudes is never coming back. Yeah, for these old head niggas, yeah. No. He said, hey, Melo, remember that live with you, Noah, and Post Up the other day? And Noah had a question for a post, which was, would he get an official 2K version of the game, or would it be the PC version? Yeah. When we was talking about that, because I remember that, because it was a problem. If you're going to come out with this console, and Noah was saying, with 2K, we know that the PC version is terrible. Everybody try to avoid it because it's cheating and all type of mess in 2K over there on PC. And he was like, will I be getting the PC version, or will they be coming out with a console version on the new Xbox? And I'm like, they have to come out with the console version because of I don't think we'll be getting the PC version of that unless unless 2K or they just be like, we just doing the PC only version and there's no more console version, which I highly doubt. They make too much money. But we was like, what's going to happen with our library? Because you still have individuals that don't always upgrade to the new 2K. You have those people that stay with the 2K 26, 25, etc. until those servers are done. And they may not upgrade to the newest one. And it's like, what, you gonna lose our catalog and our whole backlog is gonna be gone? Like, no, they're coming out with a console. They're coming out with a console version of it. It's gonna be able to play not only Steam versions, it's gonna play GeForce, etc. So, yeah. He said, I was trying to tell why my brother, you going to get a PC version and you going... Well, hold on, wait. And you're going to get a PC version and you're going to be streaming your old library. Right, exactly. I told you what was happening your library, bro. I told you that was happening. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ain't going to lose your library. You're not losing your library. You said no? What do you mean no? What do you mean by no, laughing is the cure? Cause if you're under the impression that they finna give you a PC and you're gonna be playing the PC version of 2K and there's no console version of 2K with the next console, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. If you're saying opposite of that, yeah, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. They not finna roll out like that, like no. Or you just gonna lose out on your library. No. Native Xbox games is gone, bro. Yeah, nah, I don't agree with you on that one, gang. Sorry, not sorry. You're tripping. No, you know the amount of lawsuits you're gonna have if you turn around and take away the consumer's library that they have. Like, no, you tripping. No. Now you giving out a version that's going to convert, or I don't know, you coming out with a different version of the console. You're gonna have a premium version of the console, and then you're gonna have like the Series S is going to be something else. Like, I don't know what you talking about. He said, why you think Post Up didn't answer that question? Post Up did answer the question. What are you talking about? You got to go back to that show. Post Up definitely answered the question. Yeah, no. They've been towering and promoting that. Like, nah, bro. Like, what are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm gonna do for you, Laughing in the Cure, tomorrow? I'm gonna do my due diligence. I can't even talk. I'm gonna go and find that video of them talking about Windows and the OEM. And it was from the actual creator of it and what he said about it. And after I show you that, it's up to you if you want to take it or not. They're not taking it away from you, though. You're just not going to be taking all your games with you towards the way, forward the way you used to. Yeah, nah, bro. And no, he didn't. What was his answer? And then he said, for sure, I'm going to be there. Yeah, be here tomorrow. And then, yeah, he talking, look at Post. What's up, Post? He talking about, you said that they was like, the next Xbox is not going to be native Xbox games. And some shit like with 2K coming out, we won't be getting the new 2K will not be a console version. We'll only be getting like the PC version of 2K. And I told him, you answered that question. Like, yeah, bro, like, nah. Cause it's like, dude, what you finna sit here and everybody don't have digital libraries. So what you finna convert all of my whole entire titles that I have on my Xbox, you finna convert those to PC versions? Like, nah, that don't even make sense, gang. And even if they was doing like the Steam, like, okay, you're streaming your game in a data center or something like that, bro, they not doing that for their titles. They're brand new titles, and that's one of the reason he said, yeah, Post said I didn't say that. Exactly. He said you didn't answer the question. But you said that in the sense of, because we was talking about, dude, when these new consoles roll out, this is why your logic ain't really there right now, because anytime there's a new console that comes out, everybody don't transition over to the new console. Look at what's happening with PlayStation right now with the PS5. They at one point they had over 60% of their consumers still playing on the PS4, and they didn't convert over. Even with this new console coming out, that don't mean everybody is going to convert over to the new one. So you're still going to have that native game for the Xbox Series X and S for the new console. So yeah, bro. Hold on, you typing here. Hold on. He said they're going to be a PC game. In word, mostly PC games. They're going to be PC games, mostly PC games. They're phasing out Xbox versions of the game, but okay. Nobody's talking about converting. You're going to stream your old library. There's thousands of games out there that aren't playing that aren't playing anywhere titles. Any game out there that isn't played anywhere, you're going to stream those titles. This ain't a console though. Post even told you what's getting with Rogue Ally is what you're getting, bro. Of course you're going to have the game native for the Xbox Series X and X. For those particular people, that wasn't the question that Noah was asking. Okay. Let me roll back up here, because you said a mouthful. Pause. No diddy. You said nobody's talking about converting. Of course you're not going to talk about converting, because that's part of the program. That's why I'm sitting there saying when we're talking about the next 2K, which was the conversation piece, I agree with you with Play Anywhere titles. If they're advertising Play Anywhere titles, yes, that's a feature. Majority of Xbox only games from them 40 game developers, yes, they're going to be Play Anywhere. It's not necessarily for third-party games such as 2K to do a Play Anywhere. I don't think any of 2K games have ever been Play Anywhere. But when it comes with the conversion, that plays a part with them doing this whole transition, because you can't force your consumers to buy a whole new product and they don't have access to their library how they have previously. Nobody does that. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but I'm just saying in general, I want to make sure that's known. Like, nobody does that. Hold on, you said something there. I agree with you. You've going to still have native games, but what Noah was asking is, if you have a Xbox Magnus or whatever it's going to be called, will he be able to play Xbox Series X games, or will it be a PC version? And that's what I'm trying to say to you. When it comes to that situation with Noah, with 2K and 2K only, as I know, 2K is not a Play Anywhere title at all. Only Play Anywhere titles that they have are the ones that are from Xbox only, or if a third-party developer agree to do the Play Anywhere. When it comes to the transition of this, that next 2K is going to be native. I'm sorry to tell you, it just is. That ain't something that you can just rip the Band-Aid on and just say, here, this is the PC version, and you just gonna have to stick with it. All of this you're gonna have to wait and see. We don't know entirely what the heck this damn device is going to be able to do off the jump anyway. So yeah, to run with the narrative right now to make it seem like it's concrete, I wouldn't do that. Play anywhere is you buying the game once, and you buy the game once, and then you get access to it from the PC, etc. Yeah, real Trayvon. What I'm saying is that the message is that Microsoft put out there, they made it seem as if you're going to create a native console and it's going to run every game native. No, they didn't. No, now you're putting words in their mouth. I was listening to that situation, and that was not the case. People ran with that narrative because they haven't cleared up exactly what the device is going to be capable of, or what it's going to be, what it's going to do. They didn't never say that. I understand what Noah was saying, and I'm using his example though. I understand. I get it. It was a good example. I agree fully with what he was saying, but right now, in that situation, I don't see them just saying, "Oh, we finna cut off everything day one when it comes." This console is announced, and you're not gonna have native games. Like, no, that's everybody just speculating that it ain't gonna be native, due to the fact of how heavy they talking about PC with the device, and they're trying to compare it to the handheld, which is the ROG Ally X, but that was a third-party Azurus or whatever that damn company name is. That's a third-party device. That's not Microsoft. So, no. With 2K, just to answer your question, very simply, you're either you're either going to play the old Xbox Series X version or X, or you're going to play the PC version. Again, you can't say that about 2K because 2K has never gave us a play anywhere for 2K to even do that. That's all optional. So that's what I'm saying. I can't even, no. Nobody's saying that you're going to cut anything off, bro. You're literally cutting somebody off. If you said you're going to be playing the PC version, if I get the Xbox Magnus, you're literally saying I'm going to be playing the PC version. Unless they do a streaming of the Xbox Series X version or something. Like, that's why I say we don't know just yet, gang. Like, you don't know what this thing going to be capable of. Let me see. Where you at? Because let me see. Nobody's saying that you're not going to have the native games. Your native games would be your Xbox Series X version or the PC version. Okay, but now that again I'm basing this answer or whatever, my answer off of what we was talking about, Noah and his question about NBA 2K. In that situation, there will be no Xbox Magnus versions, bro. And again, how do you know that? Laughing is a cure. How do you know that? That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna stick it right here, cause this one. Hold on, let me read the other one. That's not the reason why you're going to play PC version or the Xbox Series X, bro. Because there's no play anywhere version. No, you're just not understanding. Okay, here you go. Listen, my brother. Linda, listen. If the game do not have play anywhere title like NBA 2K, you are either going to play a Xbox Series X version or the PC version. If they do not make a dedicated version for the Magnus, this is what you're saying, and follow the blueprint. You and I went back and forth on one of those old lives back then, and I was telling you back then. What the hell you tell me back then? All is well. I will be back when you're wrong. Bro, you telling me I'm wrong because I don't agree with your speculation. Do you understand how that sound? You don't have no concrete evidence whatsoever about what you're saying right now, laughing insecure. You don't have nothing came out about Microsoft telling you the specs of what it is, what it ain't, whatever the case going to be. You're running with a narrative because somebody from Timbuktu that maybe have some so-called insider information. Where are you getting this from? That's all I'm saying. And then if you're trying to use the Rogue Ally X as a standing point, that's not Microsoft. That was a licensed situation. You don't know what they're capable of doing with with Magnus. You don't. I'm not telling you you're wrong. Bro, you just sat here and said all is well. I will be back when you're wrong. That's literally telling me I'm wrong. But okay, you said I'm not telling that you're wrong because you don't agree with my speculation. I'm telling you you're wrong based off the things you previously said about Sarah Bond. What the what have I said about Sarah Bond, gang, that I was wrong about? You literally went with a narrative believing what she said. Oh, you gave me a response to it. Okay, hold on. You literally went with a narrative believing what she said when I tried to tell you it wasn't going to go that way. You barely even believed the console existed to what? I did believe that the console exists. I got a bet about it. Bro, I got a whole bet that this console was coming out. And what do you mean about what you tried to tell me she wasn't going to go that way? Like, what do you talk about with this one right here? What do you mean by this? She literally told you the next platform is going to be all about Windows. Xbox is dying, man. Please show me something that she said that. You have me on X. If you're not following me, it's O Melo. Please show me Please show me when she said that. I'll wait. I will wait. Please show me when she said, yo, we are done with consoles. Hold on, I don't want to paraphrase what you're saying, but when she literally said, she told you the next platform is going to be all about Windows. Xbox is dying, man. Please show me an article when she said that. Until then, I'm going to keep rolling. I'll be checking my notifications. I got about another, what time is it? Yeah. I'm gonna do another 5 minutes because we got a show today too. So I'm gonna wait for you, gang. And I'll be checking my notifications. I'll put it on the Jumbotron if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I will put it on the screen. I'm gonna check my notifications. Just show that to me, please. But moving right along, cause that was definitely not on my bingo card. What the heck is this? The big arc is coming from McDonald's because they losing out on money and they trying to serve y'all more allegedly people food, human food. Oh man. Anyway, this is right now New York. Hold on, let me get a good scene with them shoveling snow. Hold on. Right now in New York, I gotta laugh about this because I'm not talking politics with y'all. This is not that. I got a whole channel getting built up for this, but the mayor out there, we just gonna call him. I ain't gonna say his name. He's promoting right now that the New Yorkians or the citizens, they can get. What was it, $30? I think it was $30 an hour to shovel the snow. You get $30 an hour for shovel snow. And of course, people were signing up. I.e., you got to have your ID, Social Security card, and which is funny. You know, they were tripping about voter ID, but you need an ID to sign up for to shovel snow. But I digress. They paying you $30 an hour to shovel snow with no supervision. This is going to end very well for anybody that signed up. That means if I go with my, proper identification and the requirements that's needed to get on payroll, because that's what that's what they need that information for. Of course, they need to verify that you are a New York citizen, so you're just not coming from Chicago and ran out there to get. I'm going to use U.S. wink wink, but read in between the lines here of people that could possibly sign up and abuse this. But I'm gonna use another form of abuse. An individual like myself couldn't get on a train, go to Chicago, go to their whatever, hood or whatever they call over there, sign up, get a shovel, and get paid $30 an hour to shovel snow. Do about 8 hours worth of work. That's about $240 for the day. And get back on the train and come home. You know what I'm saying? Or, one better, I could abuse it. Because, again, this is no supervision. Nobody's there to confirm or deny that you did the service that you signed up for. You literally can write a free check right now. I can go over there and say, yo, coming from Chicago, went over there, grabbed a little shovel, whatever, signed up for the program, did my X, Y, and Z, and then just on my timesheet, just make up times I've shoveled snow and get paid for it. There's no supervision. No one to confirm what you done and didn't do. New Yorkians, I recommend y'all run it up as much as you can until they fix that problem. I'm just saying, sign up because it's only for you guys. I don't think outsiders can do it in the sense of, somebody from Chicago or wink, wink, those other people that we just mentioned of that can abuse this. Yeah, run up a bag. You know what I'm saying? This is a great way to get a nice little check off the city. Just shoveling snow. You can say, I don't know how much they pay for overtime because, if I did 8 hours, what I get afterwards, you know what I'm saying? Do I get a time and a half? I don't know. Do y'all get like holiday pay? I don't know. But it was just funny for me that they're requiring ID to verify that you are a New Yorkian. But when it comes to other things, it's questionable, like, being able to vote. But neither here nor there. That's just sounded funny to me when I found out it was no supervision and they was paying $30. $30 an hour is crazy. Like, I was looking at it, I was like, how much would it be for a train ticket? Because a plane was a little too expensive. I think I had to pay like it was like 100 something, unless I'm going on Spirit and hopefully I make it or whatever the case may be. But if I would have did train, about $60, Greyhound, you probably, I think Greyhound out here taxing. I think it was like 80 something, some crazy number. But you go out there, one way little ticket or whatever the case may be, get you a shovel and sign up for it. Stay out there for a couple days. You can bring in about $240, $250 a day if you're lucky. And then hop back on the train and go back home as if nothing happened. So it's just crazy to me, but neither here nor there. I wanted to. Whoa, what's that? Okay, I already talked about that. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. The Microsoft reporting on Target in late 2020. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't talk about this. So apparently, late 2025 for the Xbox. I still agree that I can't even say that now due to all the turmoil and all the mess that happened now. It makes sense why they holding back and delaying it, but I wanted them to release it this year, but that's not the case. So they can get a one-up in sales with the console. You got a whole situation where the field is just wide open pause for you to just make some damage. You know what I'm saying? Try to fix your brand with your marketing. Now you got a new console, bringing out the IPs with it. It would have been nice, but late 2027 is they're talking about for the new console. After this whole debacle and situation, it makes sense now that this is the case. Hopefully around that time we probably will be getting Gears E-Day to usher in that new console as well. And maybe an announcement from Halo. Maybe. But we'll wait and see. Other than that, man, let me see if I got one more for y'all before I roll. Let me see. Nope. No. Hold on. What's this? What this fool? He said nasty. What they trying to put on Sarah Bond? Oh, okay. Yeah. This is crazy. What they was doing. I'm sorry. I still don't agree with it. I hate what they doing, and then they didn't come out and even denounced it. So it is what it is. Somebody just found out there's a deal on Dead Island 2 for $7. I was thinking about buying the Resident Evil titles because they was dirt cheap. I wanted to run through them, like put them on easy mode and just run through the story real quick. And upload it, just to get some streaming. But then I thought about it. I'm like, I can just clip up some videos from YouTube and do some reaction with the story and leave it at that, so save me some money. But I want to talk about this one. I'm finna leave out with this. So Crimson Drag, what is this? No, is this it? Crimson Desert, yeah. Crimson Desert has came out and told the community off the gate, hey man, say man. Oh, let me get a good little screenshot of this. I don't know. This game about to look, man, I don't know. It's something about this game just seemed like it's gonna be fire, but they came out and pretty much said that there's no easy mode on here. So you individuals that find gaming difficult and hard at sometimes, and they're not changing the settings. You're screwed. You're gonna have to learn. You will have to learn and adapt like the rest of us. And I appreciate that for that game. I'm glad that they came out with that sentiment. I'm not even gonna hold you. When I heard it, it was like chef kiss. Developers need to start holding that standard when it comes to their games. Like, yo, we made it to be this. And if you're not able to handle this difficulty, maybe it's a skill problem and not a us problem. You know what I'm saying? I rock with it. I support it. Oh, that's another one I wanted to talk about real quick. Wait. We're going to leave off with this one because this one was fire too. Now, I've been, you know what I'm saying? I'm still on the fence about this game. We got 2 days. We got 2 more days before it actually does the beta, the open beta. So we going to be testing the game out. You know what I'm saying? They got the Slim server, yada, yada, yada. We're going to be checking it out. Hopefully we get a key to check this out. But they had where is it? Oh my God. But long story short, they came out and said out their own mouths, which I was so happy to hear. So happy to hear this. There will be a ban on cheaters. And not just any type of ban. We talking about permanent ban. We talk about finito. We talking about you are gone to the sinking place. Ain't no gulag, bro. It's straight to the morgue. You going 6 feet under. Your count is done for. If you are found to be cheating in Marathon, this is a chef kiss to the masses. I thank God that we have developers out here that's starting to put their foot down and attack people that abuse and cheat and hack and try to get an advantage in these games that's not supported at no form of fashion. Mike Wang, if you hear me, hopefully you hear me clear. Please, sir, implement this same thing in the next 2K. I think every game, competitive-wise, multiplayer-wise, should all start paying attention and take a page out of Bungie's book right now. Permanent ban anyone that's found to be cheating. Delete the account. Remove them from the game. I don't care about them coming with these dumb excuses. Oh, I did this cheat so I can aware others. No, we don't need you for that. We have the tools and the resources to understand what's going on. We don't need you to cause more problems. Bye-bye. Try again. Because I found out that was one of the excuses or the ways that they was wiggling their way back into 2K. They would get found cheating, doing VC glitches and hacks and all this stuff, and then turn around and go to the customer service or the forums and be like, oh, I was just trying to help. I was just trying to bring awareness. You were trying to bring awareness for 3 months. Nah, get your ass up out of here, man. It's time to really start putting the hammer down on these cheaters because they are killing gaming from the inside out. We can't even hold a tournament without having to worry about somebody cheating. You can't even bro, 2K is so bad right now. The Zens is so crazy. They're selling out on Amazon. I remember one point, it was the top 5, top 10 seller on Amazon. And if you know how much stuff is sold on Amazon, for you to be in the top 10, it's goddamn crazy. I can get dog food from Amazon. And you telling me, out of everything that I can buy, that the Zen to cheat in 2K has climbed up the market to number 10. I know a dude that was literally buying the Zens and selling them on TikTok for profit. It was bro, get rid of these people, please. They will not be missed. They will not be missed, bro. LG, what's good, gang? And for Marathon to come out right now and say what they said, that's, again, great positive. I agree with it fully. I'm going to be checking out the beta, the server slam. I don't think we can live stream it, but I'm going to check it out and give my opinion. I'm not going to completely just dog pile on the game just yet without me playing it. For what I've seen, you know, I'm not too my hype isn't there for the game. It ain't got nothing to do with PlayStation and who's under the umbrella for it. It's just the game ain't giving me that wow factor right now. But hopefully when I play it, that changes and I can give y'all an honest assessment in my opinion about it. Let me know on X if y'all want me, or in the comment section. Like, I was thinking about doing like game reviews because I had a great time with High on Life too. That game was fucking funny than a mug, but I have a dark humor like the Rick and Morty humor, so it made sense to me. And I was thinking like maybe I should do a review video for it. Maybe that should be some content that I roll out. But let me know if that's even something y'all want to look at. Like I say, I be playing all type of games, so maybe that would be kind of cool to just sit and do a review after I play the game or what I played or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Sound off for your boy. This your boy Melo. One love and God bless. I think we're gonna be having the show today again. We supposed to. Stay tuned. I will be posting on X if we do. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, like, support the channel. I'm out. I gotta do some TikTok content. This is crazy, man. I got like a couple products I gotta do videos for. This is just like, this stuff is a job, bro. if you're a content creator, bro, and you out here in these content creating streets, I salute you. I tip my hat to you, because being consistent and then constantly having to bring content after content, day in, day out, this ain't no easy feat, bro. Like, this stuff is consuming. Like, I gotta do 2 product advertisement commercials right now for the TikTok. I still need to go live with them for a certain amount of hours on the promotion. Then sponsorship. It's another company that just messaged me. I gotta check them out. And then I'm still trying to figure out this AI character, what I'm gonna do with that also. Bro, it is so much going on. And then I like I was showing earlier, the clothing and stuff I did. Like, y'all can check them out. Just gonna put wait. Let me put them on the screen like I did at first, cause before we roll out, self-advertisement. But hey, it's my channel, so what? Have a whoop about it. Let me see. None of that. Is it right here? Yeah. So I was playing around with AI with the clothing and stuff. So that's what I came up with. Just some quick pictures. That Ninja Turtle one go hard, though. I promise you that Ninja Turtle one go hard. When you see it, is that Joker fire. But that's just it. Little stuff that I've been doing. One love, God bless. It's your boy Double O. Y'all be smooth, be safe out there. Peace. What my outro? Outro. Oh, yeah. And my alumni. This an old video too, but you know, we still working on it. I still got some stuff up, and I still got my leaf caviar as well. So again, a whole lot of stuff going on. And if you're a content creator, like I said, my hat's off to you. Y'all be smooth.